Hey guys, Sergeant No Rep here, the greatest judge to never judge, the one-time CrossFit Games attendee, and I am here at the end of day 3, and I'm just doing a quick little video for you guys in my studio here underneath the bleachers at the CrossFit Games. As I've been sitting here, I've been hearing a lot of rumblings up above about this not being a fair test of fitness, that all these athletes have been eliminated, people like Brent Bukowski, Patrick Vellner, Sam Briggs, Sara Posted, Willie Georges. Who else was gone? Lucas Holmberg, Cole Sager. A bunch of people have been eliminated for the CrossFit Games. Now, I don't think we can truly, say this until the dust is settled at the end of the CrossFit Games, and I'll make a video about that then, just to see how I felt about the CrossFit Games. But one thing I want to look at right now is, coming into the CrossFit Games, who did we think would be the female champ? Well, we thought it'd be Tia Claire Toomey, who's currently now in first place at the CrossFit Games. For the female, Toomey is. Who do we think would be the male champ of the CrossFit Games? Matt Fraser. Now, Matt Fraser is not in the leader position right now. I think he's 15 points out of first, but he has won back-to-back events, and he's making a charge looking like he will be the champ of the CrossFit Games. At the team side, who do we think would win the CrossFit Games? My prediction was CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. They are currently sitting in first place. So, if you look at the test of the CrossFit Games, choosing the fittest individual or team, it looks like, at this point, if Matt Fraser can do it, it looks like Tia kind of has this wrapped up, I think. But it looks like all the first place people will be the people we expected. Now, underneath them, this is where things are going to disappear. We have Pat Vellner gone from the CrossFit Games, second place last year. Lucas Holmberg, third place last year. He's gone from the CrossFit Games. The podium's going to look different from that aspect. On the women's side, people like Thorisdottir is gone. People like Sara Posted is gone. People like Sam Briggs, Brooke Wells, all gone from the CrossFit Games. Okay, so we're just going to go over to Instagram here to check out some of the reactions that people had about leaving the CrossFit Games. These are athletes that were eliminated. Here we go. Brent Bukowski. So Brent Bukowski, he didn't really post much on his Instagram. He did have this post that said, well, that escalated quickly. Brent Bukowski sits 23rd at the CrossFit Games. This post, he says, Day 2 recap is now live on my blog. You can go over and check that out. Workout finished. I was happy. I was not happy with my execution, happy with my effort. Felt like I did leave anything on the floor on that last workout. So basically, Brent Bukowski also went on the Rogue Iron Show and talked to the people there. Obviously, he was upset. Obviously, you can see that he wasn't a big fan of the format here. Brent Bukowski is somebody that easily, at the end of today and going into tomorrow, could have jumped up a bunch of spots and could have been back on the podium if he wasn't eliminated with these aggressive cuts. If you look over at Patrick Vellner, this is from Arm & Hammer TV.
I can't say I didn't expect it, because I mean, I'm not the best sprinter, and going into like a single elimination event like that for a cut to 10 athletes, I think is unreasonable. But I mean, woke up this morning feeling like, well, I'm just going to send it as hard as I can, and I did, and that's why I stepped on the line. Is I was pushing as hard as I could to try to get any time I could. That's the way it goes. Like,
so he's talking about
swinging at least, right?
Assessed.
I don't know. It's growing here. It sucks. It feels weird because we're halfway through the competition, and I feel like we haven't done any meaningful CrossFit yet. We've run 3 times, but like I want to like go get my hands on some CrossFit Games events, and I feel like now we're going to start doing that, and you know.
So we'll just stop it there. So basically, Patrick Vellner went into the sprint competition sitting 10th, and due to him stepping on the yellow line, he was assessed a 10-second penalty and knocked him out from advancing to the semifinals, which ultimately knocked him out of the top 10. In one statement that I think a lot of people are kind of echoing right now is that, where we go, we've run 3 times, but I gotta go get my hands on some CrossFit events, and I feel like now we're going to start doing that, and some of the top CrossFit Games athletes are not going to be there to do it. So basically he's saying, out of these first handful, 5 events or 4 events, depending on where you got eliminated at, we've run 3 times. He said, we haven't really got to do any CrossFit workouts. None of them got to touch a heavy barbell. And now he's saying all these athletes now that have advanced to the top 10 will get to do that. But what is the definition of a CrossFit workout? We did Mary. That was one of the classic girls. That's a CrossFit workout. We think of CrossFit, it's constantly varied. Did the CrossFit Games become predictable? And this year now it's unpredictable. Isn't that the definition of CrossFit? I'm just playing the devil advocate here. But definitely, I'm not happy with Pat Vellner not being there. I definitely think Pat Vellner is the second fittest man in the world. And these events just kind of stacked up to him, where he got one bad penalty that caused him to be eliminated. If he wasn't eliminated there, I think Pat Vellner definitely would have creeped up the leaderboard. But that's what happened. So we'll move over to Sam Briggs. Sam Briggs was eliminated with that cut from 20 to 10. She said, there's a lot I can say right now, but we'll leave it at I'm the 18th fittest in the world, and that ain't bad. So Sam Briggs is somewhat being political here, not really saying much, but you can obviously, by her hashtag there, she put hashtag brutal cuts. So she can see how she feels about this. And Sam Briggs, I don't think, was having her best games this year, but still, it's tough to see her go. So one of the reactions that I was the most surprised by was Annie Thorisdottir. Annie Thorisdottir, one of the greatest champs at CrossFit, a great ambassador for the sport. And here's what she said on her Instagram after being eliminated. I don't really know what to say. Congratulations to the women that made the cut, but I don't believe we had enough tests to be able to make a top 10 cut just yet. I will leave it at that for now, but I'm not sure what's next, but thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone out there for supporting me. And I definitely would agree with Annie Thorisdottir on this. If they're going to cut to 10, I would have liked to see them cut to 10 after these last 2 events today. So at the end of today, cut to 10 and go to 10 on Sunday. I would have really liked to see that, because you would have got a heavy lifting event in there with the clean one we just had, and then the workout before that was another great CrossFit type workout. So sad to see Annie Thorisdottir go. She's definitely near the end of her career. As Jason Kleepe, you can see on her Instagram post, that you've been an icon in this sport for a decade. Keep inspiring. Talk to you soon. So definitely after the games, we'll see a lot more stuff come out. But as you can see from my reaction here, I haven't truly made up my mind yet where I fall. CrossFit is constantly varied. Definitely the CrossFit Games had become predictable per se over a while. We always knew there was going to be a type of a run and a swim at the start. We always knew we'd get some type of heavy barbell. And this is what we didn't get in the first few cuts and stuff like that. And it threw a lot of people off, I think. But when you look at your top of your leaderboard, you still have Tia Claire Toomey leading the women's. You still have Matt Fraser making a charge. He's not leading by his normal 200 and some points at this time. He's actually behind by 15, but he's won the last 2 events. And I could see him definitely winning the men's again. And CrossFit Mayhem Freedom's in first place. So there definitely will be a lot to digest at the end of this, but I just wanted to throw out a few little reactions there on Instagram, and I'm sure a lot more will come out during the night. I checked Sara Posted. There was nothing from her. Brooke Wells, there was nothing from her. There was a press conference with her that she attended. I'm looking to try to get some footage for that. And actually, one last thing before I go, I don't have it right here, but it was in the live stream. When they interviewed Tia Claire Toomey after she won one of the events, she actually started to get quite emotional when they asked her about these cuts, because she said, basically, if you read between the lines, she felt bad for the people that were cut because they were her friends, and she doesn't feel that it was fair. That's what she kind of said. She almost started to tear up. But I'll leave you with that. What are your thoughts? In the comments below, do you agree with these cuts? Are you just a fan and you're just enjoying it? Or do you wish that everybody stayed to the end? What are your thoughts? Leave them below. Give this video a like. Subscribe to my channel. And Sergeant No Rep will talk to you later.